Welcome back to the VTuber News. This is Salvi, the one who resides on the right side of your screen most of the time, and I'm here now just to remind you guys that I do have a goal for, at the very least, until my birthday in June. I would love to be able to reach 20k subscribers, so if you could please subscribe and continue to watch these videos whenever you have a chance, I would really appreciate it. Just a small reminder, of course, and do enjoy the rest of the video. She has been gone for a while, and people are still wondering what the heck is going on. As we go to Filian, an independent kimono mimi VTuber based in North America, with English being her main broadcasting language. She is someone who did leave, or at least leave the scene of streaming around December of last year. So it has been a while. Last time she did anything was with a hardcore Minecraft thing with Vidal and Neurosama. And people have been wondering what the heck is going on, because there's nothing still going on here. No notifications of when she's going to be coming back. And, people like myself have been hoping that she's back by the end of May. But when it comes to this, she's been gone for several months. So it's really hard to tell when she's going to be back. So I'm not going to be saying when she's going to be back. But the only thing I can say for sure is I have a good feeling that before the end of 2026, she's going to be back. If I'm wrong then holy crap. It's really bad. But this is the only Filian update you need to know from Flippin' Filian. Gonna take a look at... That's the site that I actually use. I use a site called Twitter Video Downloader to kind of get the bigger one that you can see here. And here we go. I think a lot of people use the same one. So let's take a look here. This is the actual place where we go to get the bigger picture. Because if not, you're going to have it on this small-ass thing here. And yeah, it's not much different. But at the very least, it's something. Here we go. Let's take a look.
Filian, debut when? Officially, the new model is currently being made for...
So, we do know that there is a new model. So, the whole thing that everyone was like, oh, she's going to have a new model, etc. It's pretty much here that she's saying it there. So, we got that much.
For debut. It's not going to be a normal debut. Instead of just, debuting, I've been preparing to show you guys my world.
So, what that is making me think is, little hints there she's given for everybody. It is probably going to come with a VR chat world or some kind of 3D world, some big exploration, it's going to be a big thing. It looks like that's why it's taken as long as it is. It isn't just going to be a simple thing. There's probably going to be animations or some 3D thing done for her, or some kind of big stage done for her, or something like that. That is going to be happening, which, knowing Filian, it does fit into the whole thing.
No spoilers, nothing. I've been working on it non-stop in the background. I am working beyond hard for it. It's the hardest I've ever worked for anything in my life.
Which you can tell by the amount of time that it's taken her to get to where she is right now, to the point where we can possibly be seeing something soon. It is a long time coming, and I'm very glad that she is, working hard to get this thing done.
I'll see you guys for debut in 2028.
There we go. 2028. I was wrong again. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think it's going to be 2028.
I'm kidding. No dates. No. It's probably not as far away as you think. Yeah, chat, confirm she has bones. I will have bones. It is true. I'll show you guys my world.
So that is a good thing that's going to be happening. She seems to be very proud of it. It is something that she is working really hard at, and I know it's going to be something amazing that is going to be happening for the community, for the Filian fans, for, I think they call them the Fluffers, I believe. But still, they are saying, why am I holding onto this so effing hard, bro? And another one says, okay, this is literally all we need to know, everyone, so stop essing at your pants and getting all worked up over nothing. She will be back. When that is, we're not sure, but she will be back. And that is the main thing here. Of people down here, doesn't mean Filian is back. I miss Filian's antics and look forward to her epic return. She debuting with Jesus. It's time to let her go. She was in fact not kidding with 2028. Miss her so much. She stopped streaming in December, so I'm guessing she will be back around September, October, simply for the bit. If she does that simply for the bit, that'll be insane. That'll be an insane bit. Honestly, it'll be an insane bit. But hell, we don't know. So it says here, we needed this, an auto reply like 5 months ago in the Discord to people asking for updates and where it's Phil, and where the crackpot theories constantly being spawned. Yes, there are a lot of theories that do get spawned for this, but I'm glad that someone put out something in regards to the timing and things like that. When it's going to be, we don't know. It is a lot of stuff that she's working hard on, very hard on, so it could be taking a while for everything to happen. Thank you guys for being patient as well, and thank you guys for watching this with me. I will have more news right now. Ooh, subliminal messaging. Follow the squirrel. Subscribe to the squirrel. This is not a psyop. This is just me being a dumbass. Ooh, subscribe, subscribe. She is under attack again. As we're talking about Rima Evenstar, she has been attempted to be cancelled before for different things, but today someone is attempted to cancel her for what we're going to be talking about right now. But before, we're going to be letting you know who Rima Evenstar is, a female independent English-speaking VTuber who does commentary videos, news videos, whatever you want to call it. She does things like that, and she has gotten a lot of popularity. She's over 100K at this point on YouTube, and she's done really well. So this is where it started. Someone named Aine Rea is coming out here to absolutely sickening Rima Evenstar. Not only did you put this behind a paywall, which is perfectly fine for her to put anything behind a paywall, honestly, but you treated this as a way to point fingers, accusing a cover-up from those who were friends with them and disowned them. This isn't news. You used other people's art without their permission. Never once did you talk to or interview any person you name-dropped that were deeply wounded by the situation because they genuinely trusted them. You also name-dropped and misgendered somebody. Next time, go digging for the relative news articles on them. Go interview people involved. Get the effing facts. Absolutely sickening of you, and I don't think I've ever been so disappointed. You have deeply upset some of my friends who were deeply involved with the said person, and that very much upsets me. And it upsets a lot more people on deeper levels to the point they're literally throwing up. Do better. Just posted my new main channel, and this is about this post here, that she posted her on her new main channel, video Patreon ad-free and sponsor-free until May 22nd. Gain access to 200 plus videos, etc. So she put the hypocritical femboy VTuber who got arrested. And that is the one that they put there. Just a clarification, I will not be making any further responses to people defending Rima. I've had arguments with people trying to explain all the things she did wrong from a legal and logical standpoint, rather than an emotional opinion. You can go through the replies on it if you wish, but I will not repeat myself. If you still don't wish to listen, then your opinion isn't my problem, and you will immediately be blocked. Some people's stance on this really tells their character, and not in a good way. I will not tolerate these kinds of people in my community. It was made clear about a video. Here's a general rundown of what actually happened 3 months ago. A VTuber named B Morningstar, he has to put his IRL name out there, images of himself on the internet, so we know it's him, got reported and investigated by the CIA and FBI for being in possession of several child abuse materials, and other, that type of stuff. And then they arrested him and put him on trial. There are many articles on the internet covering the story. I checked and pleaded not guilty. He pleaded not guilty, but CIA and FBI haven't been involved in the investigation. I doubt he would win the case because of disgusting behavior. Many close friends who found out and didn't know anything about it made posts so severe to sever ties. So a lot of people severed ties. And people linked the official articles to what was going on there. It says, whoa, what the F is going on? I need someone to enlighten me. Stating facts TLDR of what happened 3 months ago, what the video claims to cover in a very biased and slandering way. VTuber named B Morningstar, etc. Here, this is what they mentioned before. If you ever had known, if you had known her for a little over a month, you should have known that she posted her videos on her Patreon first, then a YouTube steps a few days later, which you start drama. Then you said that you hated drama. It doesn't matter where she posted. I'm just saying what she did wrong, and it's sickening. Deeply, desperately hoping she would do proper research to cover it. And if people even want to be interviewed, if they wanted, I'm wondering as to why they never reached out in the first place, if they haven't. And misgendering somebody is a common mistake that everyone does when it comes to someone you don't know too well. I've done the same mistake a few times myself. Just because it happens doesn't always mean it's done with ill. I've done it myself. So, we are going to be moving on to Rima's response to this whole thing, which is very important to get her response. First, let me address the Patreon situation. Content uploaded to Patreon, not the finished product. Text overlay censors, other sound effects are added afterward before the YouTube release. Patreon is specifically where supporters flag errors when they're corrected, which I explicitly stated in Patreon post itself. A big part of why I do this is because I want to encourage my patrons to watch videos and point out if I missed anything. Now, let me show you the example of what not to do. The version being criticized here was obtained by someone blatantly recording paid content and redistributing it without transformation. This is something Aine and others have openly admitted in their own replies, as below, and this isn't fair use and 100% content theft. On the artwork, every VTuber commentary video showcases its subject visuals. B Morning VT was a V tweeter, an OC not like 2D model. We used a mix of artworks and photos he posted publicly on his own profile as placeholders. This falls under fair use and commentary. I've credited artists in the past and gestures of good faith, but I'm in no way obligated to. So It says here, this is a common misconception, and perhaps because of my previous kindness, this is being weaponized against me, but you don't have to take my word for it. If you're uncertain, just ask a lawyer. Now the defamation allegations, the segment in question covers community backlash against the people associated with B-Morning VT, who initially refused to share news articles about the arrest, citing concerns about doxing. It is not a focus of the video, but small segment. I clarified that sharing news article about someone facing 5 felony charges isn't doxing. It's not. And if the other information is on an actual video, like an actual article, etc., then no, it's not doxing. If they take issue with how those statements are looked when read back, there's a problem with the statements, not with the coverage. Accurately quoting someone is not defamation. What is not being left out, I defended them. Also being left out, I defended them. I noted the public statements have been peer-reviewed before released, and that criticisms they receive are disproportionate, and that their conversation had shifted away from serious crime to debate about doxing. As for the interview claim, no commentator is obligated to interview every person whose public posts they cover. By that logic, I should be interviewing B from jail since the video is about him. The standard is accuracy and good faith, both of which I met. Every news article published on this case, public trial logs, was used during research in the quoted video, is quoted in the video. And the only update I didn't include was that B requested to send this trial virtually, which was inconsequential to the content. On the name dropping, you're making it sound like I'm doxing somebody. We're seriously upset because I read out a Twitter username. Now, why is INA posting this when they weren't even in the video? Because Miloko Moon, who I presume is their friend, briefly joined my Patreon to watch the video. Then a comment saying they were upset about a pronoun error as a gender fluid. Apologize and offer to fix it. I try my best when I use wrong pronouns at times. It happens a lot. When someone asks me to correct, that's also not a problem. I think it's fair, and I'm happy to accommodate people when I can, but do not demand that to shake me down or accuse me of doing it on purpose. Talk to me like a human being, and I will respond and work with you. But let me be clear: just because I'm being courteous and agree to re-record, that part doesn't no way mean that I owe you anything. That you get a hold you get to hold that over me, over my head, and use it to extort me. I did it because that's how I wanted to operate. In fact, it was only after I agreed to this correction that I revealed their real objection, which is their friends are mildly criticized in the video and they did not want to be published on YouTube. What makes it super hard to take this at face value is that Miloko voted for this topic to be covered a month ago when I pulled it. They knew the video would be monetized. They knew they were fine with all of that until the framing wasn't what they wanted. At that point, the position shifted from don't publish this to give us a cut of your profits. I'm sorry, but the two positions cannot coexist in good faith. I understand they're always good to be pushbacks from people, going to be pushbacks from people featured in videos. No one enjoys being criticized, even mild criticism. Easy to farm engagement from people who already dislike me. I get it. Nothing here, but let's be honest about what's happening here. The video covers a person who was in the community and is now facing 5 felony charges related to child stuff against underage people. That is the subject. Every attempt to redirect this conversation toward art credits pronoun error, which I already fixed, or whether I owe a payout to people who voted for the topic, is at best a distraction. At worst, it's an effort to make covering this kind of story more trouble than it's worth, and no one does it. You can keep threatening to copy strike me, keep coordinating backlash with your friends. I won't be guilt tripped out of reporting on this. And here's the stuff here of the thing is here. More news articles in the trial have been coming to blatantly chose to do any research. Even Alara did the right in her news coverage when she covered it immediately with very little information. And at the end, she says, I say she owes them a cut of her profits from this. Miloko Moon, and I say that I'm highly displeased with this video. You used the wrong pronouns. And I said, no, I'm sorry. I'll re-record the right pronouns and re-edit the part. Apologize. Also questioning how we didn't want to post the article is not a good shape. I get it. Confusing a lot of people proceed in the painful way. This post in also having similarities were made in a discreet manner. I'm not comfortable with the idea of going on to YouTube. They don't get the choice. They don't get the choice of going to YouTube, honestly. And here is, we actually didn't pay. It was recorded by someone involved in keeping tabs and showed us we were involved. She got no money from us in the paywall because she put it up on her Patreon first for people to pay her to watch it before she released on YouTube. Absolutely, this case of her defaming others and stealing other people's paid comms without permission. It says, here I'm voting for the video of B Morning VT back when Miloko Moon voted on it. Everything's here. I saw the video and it was the one who suggested to not post the article. Cool, thanks for reopening wounds again for you to get monetization. Again here, J Blogs Gaming. I will not be doxing the report, but I can say the reports are publicly available online. We'll be taking some time for myself to process information. This is no longer associating cutting ties to this person that cut ties with B Morning VT about the whole exploitation and all that kind of stuff there, saying it's sticky and disgusting. And continuing on here, she did go and put more stuff out there. Didn't want art of me and the person that I commissioned used because I don't like the fact that someone so deplorable was given a platform through me, and I supported them. I was trying to wait for the video to be released before speaking publicly because I just assumed there was miscommunication and wanted to see what happened myself in your video. Because of what I've been told that my response or critique besides my despite my struggle with dyslexia, I had DM'd you personally, to which you never replied, to try and clarify between the two of us, and I told fellow people involved exposing of B did not want anything posted on Twitter yet until I heard any updates from you or my video the video myself. And there they are trying to clarify some things there. Sorry to catch this late, fell into the spam, but I DM'd you back, so she did get some DM back. Some people are saying it's ridiculous, some people are saying, you know, this is another thing with Rima doing it. I am more thinking this is quite insane for it to get this serious, but I do know, I absolutely know, that there are people out there that will go serious on this and will go hard in trying to get people canceled for things that they do. I will withhold all my stuff until I see the video. There are mistakes that anyone makes. Rima, myself, Nosagi, anybody who's out there. There will be mistakes that we made. We all try to do our best in correcting this and when we can. And of course, I'm not beyond criticizing people for mistakes that they've made when it's huge mistakes, but this one I don't feel is that huge. Rima knows that I will criticize her just like she's criticized me, and other people have criticized me who know me. I don't want, as she doesn't want, just a bunch of sycophants, a bunch of yes men. She wants people who will criticize her so she doesn't make mistakes, and I'm one of those people who will. But in this case, I don't think she needs that criticism because she already kind of pointed it out and spelled out all the things that the people were saying were misconstrued or in some way wrong. You guys let me know what you think down below. They have an announcement, or at least the company that's helping them do their thing is having an announcement, which is Fantastic Reality. Fantastic Reality Productions is saying creating the whole world anew. We have at Densetsu.EXE appearing as a special dance guest alongside Matara-kan at Found Futures presented by EDM US. Come catch Mint Phantom, Phoebe-chan, and Vicky Roman on July 2nd at the Vermont Hollywood. The Vermont Hollywood is in Los Angeles. It is going to be July 2nd, which is going to be the 4th of July weekend. They're doing it there as well because that is when a lot of people who like anime are going to be popping in there. Anime and VTubing are kind of combined there because we have Anime Expo on, if you are a resident of Los Angeles, you know there's usually a lot of traffic in that area because Anime Expo is big. It is the biggest anime convention in the US, and I think in the Western Hemisphere, it's the biggest one as well. Usually you get over 1 million attendees. Easily over 1 million attendees. It's the biggest anime convention. Not the biggest convention overall. Not the biggest convention overall, but the biggest anime convention. And they're having this there because that is when more people are going to be showing up. More people showing up means more people buying tickets, more than likely. Big congratulations for them and the EDM US girls and guys for being able to have this big concert and this big event with wonderful people there as well. Aries is a female English-speaking Canadian VTuber, or VTuber, with Mythos HQ, and Aries is usually a god of war, but in this case, she's a goddess of war, as Mythos tends to do some gender swap with their gods and goddesses, and today we're talking about them real quick, because they have reached 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. That is a huge milestone. When you're not like, going and asking too much, like she just does her thing. She's not like me. That's for her subscriptions and stuff like that. She ain't like me. So I'm a tiny mofo. But when you're just doing your thing and you get to 30K, that is amazing, of course. And that is something that I do want to publish and publicize and push forward because it is absolutely amazing for her to get that. Pandemo says, OMG, congrats. Congratulations. A lot of people giving the congratulations here. And yes, it is big congratulations for her because she's been putting in the work. Mythos has as well. But if it wasn't for the VTubers putting in their work and entertaining, then she would have never gotten to 30K. Mekpark, the project created by Hololive's parent company, cover in this case. You can see on our bottom left the whole Mekpark commercial. And they're, the things they're having, their Unit B, which did recently show up, and that's something that I'm going to show you guys right now. Their Aurora thing hasn't shown up yet. Their unit here hasn't shown up, It hasn't been debuted yet, but that one definitely looks more idol-esque. That the Aurora is their idol unit from what it looks like. Unit B is, it looks like a maybe more of Hololive device type of thing with possibly a, you know, more like flow glow, that type of thing. So let's take a look at them. Where they have here Unit B pre-debut teaser video released. This was their original video for their teaser, and then I'm going to show you, of course, their actual debut. I am going to mute the music because the music is something that has gotten me in trouble with cover in the past, because they have not copy struck, but copyright claimed my videos with some of the music that they use, and you know, that's the reason why I don't do that. So here we have also, unfortunately, there's no closed captioning, so just gonna have to listen to it here. It's very doubled. The sound there is a little doubled. I don't know why it has that little bit of echo. It's not on my end. It's not on my end. Yonaguni Neon is their first one. Keep us their likes, dislikes. This is the second one here. Rima Mira is the second one here. Again, going with her likes, her dislikes. She's Kiyosumi Lira. She's wondering if people can hear her. But more likes, dislikes, things like that. So they're very nice, very good when it comes to this. I do hope that she over here, that Yonaguni Neon is able to fix the specific issues with her mic. It does seem like later on she did, because right when they were speaking over here, it seemed like the doubling kind of stopped. Yeah, over here the doubling stopped.
吹奏楽部だったのでサックスが吹けます。
Seems like a lot of the doubling was stopped here, so at least they were able to fix that. And again, remember, Mekpark is quite literally newbies. Newbies to either streaming, or newbies to VTubing, newbies to a lot of things. And this is their training arc, their training academy type of thing. This is the whole reason why this one was created, so you didn't have to go into Hololive and, you know, muck things up there, possibly. Although, I think, honestly, if there were issues like any kind of issues like with the mic and stuff like that, people would find it cute either way, because it is, you know, it is a kind of MOA thing. So I am very glad to be able to show this to you guys, and big congratulations to the girls for getting this wonderful opportunity in that general vicinity. Possibly. Is that the sound of the squid friend? Okay, that's scary already. The fuck? Music change. Oh, there you are. Hi, friend. What the fuck? The fuck are you? No tentacle. No tentacle. No fun time with tentacle. But holy hell. Hello, Leviathan friend. Am I supposed to, like, hug you? Or are you just supposed to be there? Okay. Either way, hi, Cthulhu. Say hi to Cthulhu for me, actually. But no, I don't like tentacle play. I'm good. thank you guys for watching as always. And of course, take a look. And if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.